Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 137. I'm Ryan. I'm joined by my brother Chris, our good pal Katrin, and our very special guest, Jared Colinger. But first, before we start, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. There we go.
We've unlocked a Jared.
Hello, everyone.
So sadly, the creator of that is the Konami code.
Mm-hmm.
Passed away.
Said it right that time.
Yeah, passed away this week. So
Nailed it.
This episode is in honor of him.
Oh,
yeah. But before we get there, little news, just a tiny news. You guys up for a little tiny news?
yes.
Sure.
Minuscule.
Minuscule news. We're big Disney fans. I think all of us are. Today, the Jungle Cruise boat sank.
One of them.
One of them. Yeah. It sank with people on board.
Like 2 feet.
Yeah. Aren't those things on a track?
Yeah, not much water.
How
would sink on a track?
I don't know. I guess it got off the track is the thing.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Looked like at least the picture that we saw looked like the back end came off and
just
kind of
and everybody was like hanging from the edge.
Yikes.
Yeah. One guy looked happy about it though.
Yeah, he's probably the one that made it fall off the track. He had one of those little corkscrew things, and he drilled a hole in the bottom of the boat.
Isn't one of the jokes that the skipper is your swim instructor?
Yeah, he tells you if you don't laugh at his jokes, and I guess that boat didn't laugh at his jokes.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, one of the pictures was taken from another boat, and everybody on that boat was like just looking like it's just a regular day. Like they didn't look like anything was wrong.
Here's the eighth wonder of the world: the underside of water.
Right.
But I wish I could have been on there. That's been sort of fun.
Mm.
Oh, well, I saw one of the people that was on it posted stuff on Twitter, and he was just like lit up with all these news stations. Can we use your picture? Can we interview you? I'm like,
Yeah, I saw that.
really?
Jeez.
Slow news day.
I was very scared. I did not know what was happening.
That's like one time the Pirates of the Caribbean, something happened, and they're like, "Okay, everybody, we need you just to walk off." Because the water is just not deep at all. It's just like, just need you to walk. That's all you have to do. No worries. But anyways, so that's our little news.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of compensation they got for that. Like just fast passes, or
Everybody was asking.
I mean, a lot of them had. There was one picture I saw that you could see it was coming up to somebody's ankle. It wasn't. They weren't on top of something like some of the people were. And like, golly, that would stink so bad. Literally and
have to walk around in those shoes all day.
Yeah, but
that water's never been changed.
It would just be annoying. So yeah, it's. I would hope to be compensated well somehow. Like multiple fast passes, or here's a Mickey bar. I don't know what I want.
Here's a gift card to go get you some new shoes in the stores.
Your shoes and socks would smell like the ET ride.
Band-Aids.
No, that would actually not smell bad. It would probably smell like algae and just nastiness.
Mm.
If you wore white shoes, they're probably like green now.
Gross.
Well, some people get that rash from the water at Disney. If they ride the Splash Mountain, they get this rash on their arms and stuff from it splashing up on them. So,
well, it's in the title.
Splash Mountain, yes.
Yeah.
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 Rash Mountain.
Oh.
No, that's
something else.
Rash.
Good night, everybody.
Had to see my doctor about that once.
It looked like it was like at the entrance exit.
Yeah, right there at the end.
Right there. Oh well.
Well, that's where we saw the picture because one of the pictures was at the dock, so somebody was taking pictures. So it may have still been able to move.
Yeah.
And that was them coming up to the end. Who knows?
Wouldn't it have been funny if you like started sinking during that dark tunnel, and you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden you're like, "Why are my feet wet? What's going on?"
Snakes.
Snakes. Yeah.
That's what my wife said. Is like, what? How in the world do they not have snakes up there? And
Oh, they're out there.
well, they would have found out. They could have.
I've seen many snakes at Disney,
Mm.
and alligators, and strange creatures running from bushes at you.
Oh,
Those are children, Ryan. Those are children.
I think I've told that story before. Jennifer and I that's my wife.
Oh.
Yeah, for the listeners that don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were playing at one of their miniature golf courses, and this animal came running out the bushes straight at her, and I had to like shoo it off with my club. And I went back to the person running the place, working there, and I said there was some animal that's like chased after my wife, and I think it's chasing after people, and they're like, "Oh, that's just a friendly Disney animal," and I'm like, "No, it's not.
Did you say you shooed them off with a club?
The golf club."
Oh, golf club. Okay.
Yeah, we were at a
don't think I
miniature
caught
golf
that.
course. My
Carries around a billy club.
my club I carry around with me.
I know. It's sort of like, how did you get into the Disney park with a club?
That Captain Caveman.
Yeah.
Also today on Disney property, the Yacht and Beach Club was swarmed with police because somebody thought they saw a gun under somebody's coat. So shut that place down for that.
Shut it down.
They didn't find anything, so everybody's safe. Anyway, so that's the news for today.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. Anyways, we are doing another Trapped on a Desert Island episode tonight. And we brought in Jared because this is his expertise. He's known worldwide for this. Actually, we just wanted to have Jared back on because we love Jared. He's the man.
Jared.
Yeah.
It's reciprocated.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we did movies, we did music. Jared, that would have been a good one for you to be on, the music one.
Yeah.
We didn't do
We can always do another one later.
Yeah, we could do another one later. And this time we're doing the 5 video games you would take on a desert island. So there's this magical desert island that has electricity.
Go on.
And a video game system that plays any video game ever created. Sounds like something from Wish.com, doesn't it? So
seems legit.
Yeah, seems legit. Wish.com. Anyways, so it's on when we get to the shore, it's on the desert island, and it's for some reason we brought our top 5 favorite video games with us to this. It was on the boat that crashed, I guess. I don't know.
From the Jungle Cruise?
From the Jungle Cruise, yeah.
How fitting.
How fitting. This segues everywhere. But I want to stress for everybody listening, so we don't hear it in the comments. I don't know.
We get a ton of them.
Yeah. These are our.
We read them all, folks. We do read them.
These are our 5.
Thanks, Mom.
These are our 5. Yeah. Oh man, these are our 5 favorite video games, not the 5 greatest video games of all time.
And favorite games that we would play on a desert island, like that's all you've got.
Yeah, that's all you got. So for my criteria for these, like for the movies, is it has to be something that I've played multiple times, not a game that I played and was like, oh, that was a artful masterpiece. No, it's a game that I keep going back to over the years to play. So that's sort of my criteria. I don't know about you guys, but so again, we are not. Well, Chris is a leading industry person, but we're not.
Whoa.
Yeah, sure I am.
Yeah. So this isn't like the top 5 video games of all time. That could be something different. But this is just the 5. If we were stuck on a desert island, these are the 5 that we would bring to play over time. Now, the cool thing about it is there's 4 of us. Yeah. So maybe you want to think about that as you pick your games. Maybe you want it to have a 2 to 4 player option so we can all play together. I don't know. Maybe you just want single player games and you want to hog the machine the whole time. Is there one machine or is there multiple machines?
One machine.
One machine.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Is there internet?
Oh.
Mm.
If there's internet, we wouldn't be stuck on a desert island now. It's just an internet for video games.
It's a closed
specifically
system.
for video games.
You can't chat with anybody or talk.
It's a closed system. Only
Yeah, it's a
gameplay.
local area network.
What
a desert island.
Yeah, you can't. Wouldn't that be funny though? Like you're playing. If you're stuck on a desert island, you have internet, but you can't talk to anybody or communicate with them. The video.
Playing Minecraft.
So
and
you like,
crafting
you're
the
like,
SOS.
you're like playing a, what's a game that you kill people? But you're like killing people and piling them up to form like SOS or something on the map. Why does this person keep spelling out SOS? So, anyways, okay, so that we can have limited internet.
Oh, I don't care. I'm fine without it.
No, we can have it.
I was curious.
We can have it. Limited internet, desert island internet that only lets you play games but not communicate with other people.
A really specific
And get
machine.
updates.
Yeah, it's really Wish.com.
Get updates.
Yeah, get updates.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, hashtag not sponsored.
Fresh maker.
Wish.com is the fresh maker, and it provides you with all the.
I have some Mentos back here, by the
deals.
way.
Oh,
My son
Whoa.
and wife did the Mentos thing with the Coke the other day,
Oh.
and they didn't drop a bunch of them in, so it just kind of a little bit, you know. But so then they tried it again, and of course you can only do it once with one bottle, so they've got another one to try again. So
you got to do it all. Just whoosh.
do it all,
Yeah.
all or nothing.
All or nothing. Anyway, so what do we have here? Wish.com, video game system that plays anything. We have limited internet.
Like we're really setting up the rules for this. Like it's
and 4 controllers.
we got 2 controllers.
2. We got 4. We each get our own
4
controller.
controllers.
Yeah.
But it's a Wish.com controller that has all the buttons on it.
Configured it anyway.
You just you turn it over to one
Worst
side and it's
controller
like
ever.
Xbox, and then one side it's like a cube.
Shake it around like a Wii stick.
Oh man! All right, now that's something to think about. I didn't think about virtual reality stuff games. What if you had a game you could do like Stuck on a Desert Island game on a desert island?
No, it's like I'm really here.
You just blew Katrin's mind.
Inception.
Or like
It's
an
gonna be
office,
useless the rest of the
that
podcast.
office VR game, and then you're like, I gotta go to work, guys. Sorry, and you're just sitting over there. It looks like you're stapling papers. Anyways, getting ahead of it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're each gonna go around and tell our top 5 and why, and maybe a little bit about the game. And then we will
critique that list.
Yeah, we'll critique that list.
Tell each other how wrong we are.
And then we're going to take games from each of our lists and make the ultimate top. I guess it has to be top 4, or maybe we could do top 5.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. So we'll make the ultimate list from all of our lists. Does that sound good?
Dear.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
So there may be some arguing there, some cutthroat Wish.com fights. I don't know.
I'm with you, fellas.
Wow.
And the winner,
There's a winner?
gets a prize.
Gets to order something from Wish.com
Yeah.
and be terribly unfulfilled.
I think that should just be our giveaways on the show. If we do giveaways, we just go, you win a prize from Wish.com.
Man.
So who knows? We could send somebody a dull samurai sword or something. Who knows?
Mm.
I don't know. Anyways. All right. So we set the scene. We have arrived on this deserted desert island.
Mm-hmm.
Deserted desert island.
Yeah, whatever it's called. Is it a deserted
Can it
island
be
or a desert
tropical
island?
deserted island? Because I don't want a
Ice
desert
cream
island. That'd
and
be terrible.
cakes and
Well, I looked this up the
Candy.
last time because I was like, is it a deserted island or a desert island?
Desert Island.
Yeah, Desert Island.
Mhm.
It's either one. They're both like can be a tropical island.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
All
So
right.
it's not a desert island.
Forget
Is,
housing, forget food, forget water. We got video games.
yeah, a desert island doesn't mean that it's just an island of sand. in other
Okay.
words.
Good.
I looked it up. I googled it on Wish.com.
Again, glad we're really refining this.
We're gonna.
I think I said Wish.com too much. It is the fresh maker.
Hmm.
Now I want to order something from Wish.com just to see what comes.
They have legitimate things. I almost bought my inflatable dinosaur costume from there, but I didn't.
Are they legitimate things, or do they look like legitimate things, and then you get them and they're like, "Oh, it's knockoff legitimate things."
Who knows?
Right?
We'll just have to find out and report back.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to purchase something, and then we'll have a show about
I've
it.
seen videos. Oh, that would be good. I've seen videos of people doing that, and the stuff that they get is like ridiculous.
Really? I didn't. Okay. I've never heard of this. I mean, I've heard of Wish.com, but I didn't know there were issues with it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, sometimes they're okay, and then sometimes it's like, oh, well, that's a thing that I paid money for.
Buffalo Bills body lotion is a T-shirt that you can.
Are you looking at Wish.com?
Yeah.
Drugs are also on the screen.
I said that line to my wife, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "I guess you've never seen that movie."
We are in public, Ryan.
Oh dear.
Now, my wife wanted me to give her top 5. So before we get started, I guess this is how we could
That could
come
be
up
the
with a
fifth.
top. Yeah. So I'll do hers first.
Okay.
Wish.com. Here we go. Oh, what in the world?
Gosh,
That's a weird
could-
website.
we need to reach out to them and see if they might sponsor us. You never know.
Yeah, right. You never know. Okay, so her top 5 are in no specific order.
Mm.
And we can really rip into these if we want to. I'm just kidding. She's not here, so it was a joke. She was going to be on, but then our son woke up. Burger Time.
Okay.
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 Got any thoughts on that? There? It's a game.
Well, I mean, it's a puzzle game. Yeah, it keeps your brain active. I get that. I get that.
You can make burgers.
Sure.
I wish
I don't
I had a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want that on a desert island, because then you'd be like, man, I wish I had a burger right now.
I just have all this salt water.
Yeah. So
And bananas.
Just make sandwiches.
yeah. Coconuts. Tetris.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I get Tetris.
Solid puzzle game. Okay.
Mhm.
Dr. Mario.
I knew she was
Another puzzle game. Okay.
Yeah, she likes this puzzle. She's
I
smart.
knew she was going to pick that one because I remember when we had the Wii and y'all were because you had the friend codes that you to be able to play with somebody else. We were like, we need to play Dr. Mario together because we got our Wii after you guys did. But, so.
She loves Dr. Mario.
Fun story.
Super Mario Brothers, or
The original one.
the original one.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Is that on Wish.com? Sorry, he's just showing us things from Wish.com. And then Super Mario 3.
Okay. So 1 and 3.
Skipping over 2.
I told her to. She was
Most
trying to
people
think
do.
between the 3, and I said, just give her to 2.
Yeah. But could you do the one that has all stars?
Oh, wow.
That would have been a very smart choice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
picking
she didn't-
anthology.
she didn't pick it, We have that game too, so
You could take it with you when you go.
yeah.
So did Jen give any reasoning as to why she chose so many puzzle games plus 2 platformers?
I think that's the only one she remembers playing.
Did she specifically use the word platformer?
No, she's like,
Oh.
all those Mario games. See, basically, I said, hey, we're doing a top 5 video game tonight, and as soon as I said that, she was like, blah, 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 blah. There's my top 5, and I was like, oh, all right,
There you go.
there you go. Now that we got that out of the way, you guys don't have to use any of those games. You can pick other ones.
We might use them.
I chose 5 versions of Burger Time. Unfortunately, I'm out.
We were in Best Buy the other day, and they had a Switch set up, and they had some Tetris game on it. And I was like, Jennifer, you should play this Tetris game. And she started playing. She's like, this isn't Tetris. And she just like threw it back down and walked away.
It's Tetris 99.
I didn't play it, so I don't know what the difference is.
I don't either. I've not played it.
I tried to play it, and the only thing I could figure out is that you had to play it online with other people. It didn't seem like you could just play it like Tetris, and that was frustrating to me.
All right, so I've got hers written down here, so we remember them. Who would like to go first, or I guess second if we count those?
I'll go.
Do we want to do all 5, or do we want to like go like what's like one on every person's list?
Dealer's choice or guest choice. What do you want to do, Jared?
It's
all up to you, man. One and then rotate.
Yeah, we'll do one and then rotate.
Oh, well, we're switching it up.
We'll switch it up. All right. So one of the games on my list, not necessarily one of my all-time favorites, but I loved it, played it to death. Dragon Quest IX for the DS, and here's why. One, it's an RPG, so tons of hours of gameplay. Plus, in that game, there is a random dungeon or dungeon randomizer or something like that for like hunting treasure and weapons and things like that. So you've got an endless variety of gameplay and dungeons. So you will never be without something new on that. That's one of the 5.
Is it a one-player game?
It is, but you can play multiplayer, and that's I played that game with other people because you can go on dungeon quests together. So yeah, there's online and local stuff aspects to it.
Well, I'm glad we have the magicwish.com machine that will let us do both.
It's a miracle.
Well, I'm just going to buy my screen. So the next person, if I go around clockwise, would be Chris.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
This Chris?
Yeah.
That Chris.
This Chris. Okay. Let's see. So one of mine would be, and this is the one that's had multiple titles, so I had to pick one of them. So I went with Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Oh dear.
What's that one from?
It's from the latest. It's the latest Smash Brothers. It's a Switch, because it has every character in it. So
wow.
I picked that one, plus more.
Sorry, Jared.
And they're still adding more.
What was your first one, Jared? Sorry, I'm writing them down.
Dragon Quest IX for the Nintendo DS.
Yeah, because a lot of my games that I picked are all have like nostalgia feels to them.
Yeah.
Things tied to them, playing them with friends and stuff like that. And it is a multiplayer game, so we can all kill each other at the same time.
You mean you kill all of us?
Now, Jared killed all of us.
Pretty much.
I end up killing myself more than likely in this game.
Falling off the edges.
Unless I'm Kirby. If I'm Kirby, I'm good. As long as I'm Kirby.
I'm sure Jared still has videos of me killing myself in other Smash Brothers.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because even if I'm dying in that game, I'm having fun because it's just funny. And yeah, it's got characters from all different sorts of video games, not just like Nintendo, like not just Mario. You got Sonic in there. You got you got all kinds of people. But but I digress. I like the game. I put it on my list. There you go.
You guys agree with that?
It's on my list as well.
Oh, well, sorry, you have to pick a different game now.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right, so Katrin?
Yes, it's my turn. The first one I have on my list, not in any particular order, but is NCAA football by EA Sports on the Xbox 360.
I about picked that game, but I didn't because I thought you might pick it. So I was like, I'll pick something different.
So I play a ton of sports games, or I used to. I don't feel like I do as much anymore, but that's all I used to play. But I can play this game. It's the last college football game that they made, um, but it's really, really good, really well done, and you can play that game forever because you can have a dynasty and just keep going and going, and you can try different teams and say, "Oh, I want to be this team now," and try to build them up and get better. It is multiplayer in a way, right? I guess you can either play against somebody or on the same team. I mean, definitely you can, but I'm trying to think if you could do more than two, because I wonder if you could have two people on each side potentially. I don't know.
Probably on the Wish.com machine you can.
It can, yes. So
I don't remember. I always thought that the NCAA video games or the football games were way better than the Madden ones.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then they got rid of them.
And that may be partially depending on if you like in college football more than you like professional football, right?
Yeah,
so I find more of a connection with college and enjoy it more watching it on TV.
Yeah, me too.
Well, they had all the bowl games, so you could do like all these different bowl games. You could even do the cereal bowl, which was a giant cereal bowl that you played in. Yeah, you could.
Okay.
Oh, you know that? On the one I had, there were secret stadiums you could open up.
There you go.
And one of them that you could open up was a giant cereal bowl.
There you go.
And it had like cereal. It looked like you were in a bowl and on the field, and there was like milk everywhere and cereal. Yeah, I'm serious.
I'm sure you are. That's fine.
Yeah.
Your cereal.
That happened.
Super cereal.
Google it. You could play in the cereal bowl.
I believe you.
We all believe you.
There's so many combinations. I mean, that's a good point too. There you have so many different combinations of things you can do. Whereas with a Madden game, you're stuck with you have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe a Pro Bowl, and of course you can do the my character, which you can on this particular one. You can have your personalized character and take him through the Heisman race.
Did that particular one have the mascot teams?
I would imagine it did. It was the last one they made, unless it didn't do well in the one of the
one
early...
I had. You could play as the mascots, which was funny because they had the big heads running around the field and stuff.
Yeah,
solid game.
Yeah. I
don't remember. I was trying to look and see which one that I had that I played so much, but I couldn't remember who was on the cover.
Yeah,
there's so many of them. I mean, one every year
up till 2014 or 13. Something like that. Yeah, it was it's 14 was the last one, but I guess they made it in 2013.
Yeah, there was rumors that it was coming back, but I don't think it's happening.
It could, because here's the thing: is they recently passed something in California that they could pay the players, for different things, and that opens it up for video games again for college sports.
Well,
and
I never understood, why didn't they just make them generic players with numbers and not actual players?
I think so people could identify with it. It's like the quarterback at this school is really good.
Yeah, but I mean, to get around the
I mean, they still would be like, well, that's me on the, unless they just totally mixed it up. But then people wouldn't identify with Alabama's terrible on this game, but they're great in real life, So it's too easy to match them up. Now they could change the numbers and be like, well, it's not you, but
I'll be number one.
Again, people want to identify with.
I never identified. I just had fun playing that.
I know, but there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah, I know. So Chris would love that game probably. He loves sports.
Oh, I've played it constantly.
You would learn to love it.
The only sports game I played some like a Tiger Woods golf that was fun.
Yeah.
But was NBA Jam?
Oh yeah, I love NBA Jam. Why did I pick NBA Jam?
And there was a college jam too. That was fun.
The only thing weird about NBA Jam is there was never Michael Jordan. He was never in the game.
I don't know. I just liked that the basketballs caught fire and stuff.
It's on fire. Boom shakalaka.
Yeah, boom shakalaka.
The announcer was the best part of that game.
Yes.
I loved NBA Jam.
Yeah. I thought about putting it on there, but then I just picked one sports game. So let's stick with that.
I didn't pick any sports games. All right, is it my turn?
It is.
Yes.
What you got, brother?
I was selfish, so I don't think I have many multiplayer games. I think I'm going to start with the one that everybody pretty much, if you've listened to I Am Geek, you know that this is probably my favorite game of all time. So I'm just going to get that one out of the way.
Do it.
Do it.
Kirby goes to town.
We
What?
both said Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah. I don't think I've played the Kirby game on the Nintendo Classic. That's the only Kirby game I've ever played. Anyways.
Arby's Pony Race.
You guys are close. You're so close. So close. It's Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
What? No.
What? No. Favorite game of all time. I love that you can play it basically twice through. You play it forwards or right side up, and then you can play it. The castle flips upside down if you find the secret glasses and all this stuff. I've loved the Castlevania series, but this is my top favorite Castlevania game. I have it on my PS4. I go back and play it every once in a while. I've played it through so many times. I think I've got 100% on it tons of times. You can beat it once with Alucard, and then you could play it again with one of the Belmonts. It's just, I love the Castlevania games. I love all the ones that were on the DS and all those. Have all those, but this is my favorite one. The soundtrack is also pretty great. Great soundtrack. So if you're stuck on a desert island, you get some music there to go along. But it's not multiplayer, so you guys would just have to gather around and watch me play.
Oh.
No, we're not allowed to play it.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it's on a deserted island.
if I have to take a bathroom break or something, you can't create multiple
Save spots.
saves or no multiple not save spots, but
Sandwiches
on the game. Multiple, you know what I'm talking about. Load, like you can load different games.
Save spots.
Not save spots. Different people can play it.
Profiles.
There we go. Well, I could have my game. You guys could have your game. Yeah. I like that you there's like so much stuff to collect. It's so many different weapons you can get and switch out and stuff, and so many secrets to discover. I don't know. It's just I love it, and I love side scrollers. So, you know, when they switched the Castlevania games over to non-side scrollers, I was just sort of like, okay. But the side scrollers, where it's at. So that's probably my favorite game of all time. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It first came out on PlayStation. I played the heck out of that. And I've had it for like every system since then, I think, that you could buy it on. So there we go. Number one. Hopefully you guys will choose that one in the end.
Nah.
Anyways, okay, back to Jared.
All right, the next one that I've got, again, in no particular order, and I've got a reason why I chose it. Not necessarily my favorite game, but I figured if I was on a desert or deserted island, and I was the only one there, because that's what I was assuming, I chose I chose Brain Age, because if I'm there by myself, it's got it'll keep my brain active with like math, reading, and it's got Sudoku puzzles, so something stimulating.
Something to do on the toilet.
Yeah, basically.
Nerd.
I didn't say I liked the game or loved it, because I really would only play it for the Sudoku puzzles.
Yeah, just keep your mind sharp.
I don't want to go crazy on the desert island.
We'll be there with you.
I thought it was deserted.
I did too.
It was in the title.
Yeah, I thought so as well. I mean, deserted island, but
all right.
We're all there, so it's
maybe I should have said Gilligan's Island.
When we did the music and movies, we talked about being there together because we made jokes about.
Because we were like,
that,
well, we don't want to watch that movie about the 51st dates.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Gotcha.
But no, that's fine. We all need to keep our brains
aged.
Going.
Aged.
Those video games will rot your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the puzzle ones.
Except for the puzzle ones.
Yeah. Except for burger time.
Yep. So,
What you got, Chris?
Brain age.
What do I got? I went with another fighting game. I like fighting games. I went with one I've played a lot of more recently. Again, another series. Had to pick one of them. So I went with Mortal Kombat XL.
Figured.
Yeah.
He's really good at that one.
So evil.
Yeah, it's fun. Recently when we were at Ryan's house, we're like, oh, let's take turns playing Mortal Kombat, and like the loser switches off, and I played a lot. My hands got tired, and I switched off.
You do that for a living, though, so
yeah, not fighting games, but
any particular character that you gravitate towards?
I love playing Jason. Actually,
okay.
Sorry, I forgot about the monsters, the movie monsters in it. I'm like, Jason. Is this a random guy named Jason?
Jason Segel, the actor.
Yeah. Hey guys, you wanna? It's me, Jason Sudeikis. I'm here to punch Baby Yoda's.
It's me, powerful punch.
That was a throwback from last week, right?
Yeah. Hey guys, Jason Sudeikis here.
Please listen to our episode of The Geekies 2020.
Yes.
But I actually like a lot of the ones that are special characters like that, and the Xenomorph is really cool, and the Predator is pretty cool.
That's the alien from Alien.
It's the alien. Yeah, the Xenomorph is the alien from Alien.
What's your least favorite character?
Least favorite character is probably I don't know his name. It's like this drunken fat guy.
Oh, that's Jason.
No, that's not Jason. No, he's like kind of like drunken kung fu or whatever. I don't know. He drinks.
Chris Farley?
Yeah, Chris Farley. Yeah. But he'll drink and then throw up on you.
Oh.
It's
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Yeah. I don't know. I can't figure him out. But,
what's your favorite?
But yeah,
what's your favorite female character?
Favorite female character?
And why?
There's I can't remember her name. She's an insect character.
Oh.
And she's got like these big insect arms that like lash out, and then she can like spit up a bunch of insects on you and stuff. It's a pretty fun character.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. Spitting up insects.
Favorite finishing move?
Favorite finishing move? I don't know. I never really performed the finishing moves.
What about
mine's the uppercut followed by a sweep kick?
No, it's the one where you kind of like crouch down and then they just fall over.
Yeah.
I love that one. There's some pretty brutal ones on there I've seen, but yeah. My favorite one is the one where it's just a one button hit and it actually does whatever it does.
The easy fatalities.
Yes.
It's no Street Fighter, but it's a good.
That's because you're better at Street Fighter.
That's true. It's true. All right, yeah. So that's a contender there.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. None of us would win.
All right, here's my next one, and I don't think any of y'all have played this one. I've talked about it a few times, but it's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Oh, my favorite game.
Yeah, so it's pretty recent, so within the last 3 years. But it's the concept is that you are in Bolivia. It's an open world style game, but you are fighting these drug lords, and you're kind of a mercenary or a part of the United States military or whatever, or this Ghost Recon group. So that's a big series, Ghost Recon. But you've again, it's open world, but you can go to these different areas to kind of take over these camps. And there's my hands, and do these different type missions and rescue people. And I've had the game for 3 years and I've not finished it because I don't get to play it all the time. And I feel like I can just pick it up and keep playing it, so good. It has 4. So the nice thing about it is if you play by yourself, you have 3 other characters that go along with you and will help you. And they'll you can click on an enemy and say, I want you to shoot that guy, and they'll shoot him for you. It's a very stealthy type game too. It's like you want to be quiet and sneak around and all this. But you can also play with 4 or up to 4 people, so up to 3 more people, and do these missions. So it's very teamwork based.
Oh, we can all play together.
We can all play together. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've never played. I don't think I've ever played any of the Ghost Recon games.
This is the only one I've ever played, and I love it. It's you can get in any vehicle that you see. So there's trucks and motorcycles and cars and helicopters and planes, and you can just if you see it, you can get into it and fly it. So
like we fly off the island.
Oh, cool.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No, but the NPCs, the non-playable characters, are the people you fight against. I guess they're kind of funny and shout obscenities at you and like, oh, he shot me. It's not meant to be super funny. It's supposed to be pretty realistic, but it's so much fun. Especially the driving is fun because you're just driving all over this huge map, one of the biggest maps in video games that has ever been made. We were looking at those today, actually, and there was an Elder Scrolls game that is ridiculously big, but the second one. But
yeah,
this one's pretty big.
Cool.
So,
Nice.
yay!
Ghost Recon Wildlands. What?
You're like, yeah. Okay.
No, I was just
So
Moving
picking
on.
that one.
No, I was just repeating the title so everybody remembers.
It's really fun.
I bet it is. I didn't say. I'd play it.
Sure you would. Yeah.
I would. I'm going to go get it right now.
Play it in the cereal bowl.
I'm going to get it on Wish.com.
You can get it for like $15 nowadays. So.
Oh, well, there we go.
Nice.
What is it on PS4?
I have it on both PS4 and Xbox. I like
Whoa.
it so much. I had people that I play with on Xbox and people I play with on PS4.
There we go. I got a
Terrible.
birthday coming up, so we'll see. All right, next one for me. Here we go. Uncharted 2
Yes.
Among Thieves. Such a great game. And it has a multiplayer part of it too.
There
So
you go.
we can all play together, but the main game is like a movie. It's like you're watching a movie and playing, and you're in the movie. So it's sort of like, for those that don't know, most people that listen to us will probably know, it's sort of like Indiana Jones meets, I don't know,
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, maybe, yeah. But the characters are all like got great personalities and fun, and there's lots of puzzles you got to figure out, and gunfights, and trains, and jeeps, and mystery, and shooting. I said that, I think.
Crystal Skulls.
Yes. Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf's in it.
No. Is that the one, Crystal Skulls, or is it another one?
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf is, yeah.
Nathan Fillion's in it.
And there's some ants.
No, that's a movie.
Oh. You said
Indiana Jones.
Like Indiana Jones.
Anyways, there's one of them that does have Crystal Skulls in it. I don't know if it's that one.
Oh, okay.
Or
I have no
different
idea.
Uncharted. But I love the Uncharted series. It's probably one of the best series out there. It's only made for Sony. But our Wish.com device will Sony will allow it. But it's just it's a good adventure game. And I've played it multiple times. So I know that it's replayable. And you get to, choose different guns, find different guns, take people's guns, kick people, hit people. It's
With
fun.
guns.
With guns. Yeah, it's fun. I don't know. I just love it.
So many guns.
Have you guys played it? Anybody played it?
I could
No.
never get into Uncharted.
I played a little bit. I haven't played all of it.
It was
It was
free.
fun.
It
It
was
was cool.
free last month?
This in February.
No,
Yeah,
last
right.
month. Last month, January.
Hmm.
Because February was
Maybe
BioShock.
Oh, yeah.
And then next month March is Shadow of Colossus and
Mhm.
a Sonic game.
Sonic, yeah.
It's a good
Unlimited?
series.
I don't know.
I'm sorry you didn't like it, Jared.
I just never got into it.
Didn't have enough Nintendo characters in it, did it?
Not enough guns.
Not enough
Little guns.
not enough
With more
Sudoku,
crystal
Sudoku
skulls.
in
Yeah, not enough brain age.
it. So it's a solid game. I highly recommend it if you haven't played it. Play it and play it all the way through because it's like a movie. There's a story. There's a really good story that goes along with it. Anyways, there we go.
Cool.
That's the next one. I'm sure you guys will pick it at the end. Let us know on social media, listeners, geekers, whatever you want. Fred,
Geekers.
Vance, Katrin's mom. Let us know on social media. What are your
favorite games?
What are your favorite games? What's your mom's favorite game?
I was thinking about that. One of the first video games I played on a PC, we played together when I remember we got our Tandy 5000 set on our kitchen table for the longest time, but we played King's Quest 2,
nice.
I think it was. And I started to say that one, but I think we finished it. So I don't know that I would play it again. It was very frustrating in some ways because of the age of it being pixelated and trying to get around. There's this one part I remember very well that you had to get around this mountain along this really skinny path. And if you just barely got off a little bit, you fall off and die. And it was frustrating, but yeah, I don't know. She likes the puzzle games.
She'd love Burger Time, probably.
Mm-hmm. Our mom would just go with Tetris, like straight Tetris.
Tetris or Mario. She loves Mario.
Yeah, she loves Mario.
The original one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She wants to get into Minecraft, though. She's asking my son about Minecraft. So yeah.
She should start a Twitch channel. Katrin's mom plays Minecraft. I joined that. It'd have to be called that, though. Katrin's mom plays Minecraft.
Yeah.
Who in the world is Katrin?
Anyways, all right, back to Jared for his number 3 pick.
Again, not in particular order, but I chose Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch.
Thanks.
It's the most.
Come back, Jared.
Technical difficulty. We've lost Jared. His pick was Mario Kart 8.
Oh, there you are.
You're back. You're back.
Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, my goal for the desert island was for variety. So I had an RPG, puzzle game, and this is my racing game. So this is my sports game. So
very smart man. I was gonna pick a Mario Kart, but then I thought I bet Jared's gonna pick a Mario Kart. Or my
Called
brother.
it.
Thought about this too much.
Yeah. It's a good choice. I like some Mario Kart.
I liked it on Mario Kart 8 that you could basically play like a I like to call it the bowling bumpers. You can switch it so you don't fall off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because my son can when we go to the store because we don't have a Switch. If anybody wants to buy me a Switch, they can.
I'm at wish.com.
Yeah, wish.com. He'll play it at Target and he's like and it's got that mode set up so he doesn't fall off, so he loves it. But I tried to play. I was like, well, I have it at home. Like, not that one, but I have Mario Kart. So I was like, let's play. And he kept falling off. He's like, yeah, I don't like this.
I was looking before the show I was curious how my list stacked up against somebody else's. And it was a list of the greatest games of all time. And that game was on the list, specifically Mario Kart 8. Oh, okay. We actually have it, but my son doesn't know we have it. It's sitting on a shelf, waiting for the opportune gift giving time to say, "Here you go."
Katrin's mom, don't tell Charlie.
Yeah, don't. It's Charles.
Charles. Don't tell Charles.
Jared's like, what? His son goes by Charles now, not Charlie.
Yeah.
He's not a child.
Yeah.
Who's your go-to driver, Jared?
Oh man, I think I like King Boo. Yeah, I think I like King Boo, or I can't remember if Waluigi is in that one. It's been a while since I played that one.
Oh, I don't remember Waluigi.
Yeah, maybe not.
He
Maybe
always
not.
gets the shaft, doesn't he?
He does. He does.
Yeah. I'll always gravitate towards the Koopa Troopa.
That's solid. That's solid.
I've always been a Toad man myself. I like
Hmm.
Toad. He's fast.
Toads.
Is now in Mario Kart 8 because I've only played it at Target.
Yeah.
Can you switch to different cars and all that stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yes, a bunch of unlockables, a bunch of different modes, a bunch of different characters. Yeah, Link is in it. The characters from Animal Crossing are in it. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, you can modify the cars each with like different tires and different hang gliders.
Does it have motorcycles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one I remember playing the most was I think it was for GameCube.
Double Dash.
Double Dash. I think I played that one
Yes.
the most. That was
That
fun.
one's good.
Yep. Have that one still, I think.
I think I probably still have it too. Yeah. All right. Because I remember, it's a funny story. I remember that year, whatever year it was that I got it, I wanted it for Christmas. I'm pretty sure I was already married, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm so old. But I was like, okay, Jennifer, I was like, I want the GameCube or whatever it was. And it comes with Double Dash. It's a special for the holiday season. I want this one. And I had to remind her like 10 times. I think I ended up just buying it. I don't remember.
You know what? Screw this.
You know what? I'm just gonna do it.
You're not gonna remember this.
All right, Chris.
I'll get my last fighting game out of the way.
So many fighting games.
So many fighting games because I just love fighting games. Another one, the multiple series of this one. Good memories of this one. Good memories of watching the anime. Dragon Ball Fighters.
That's where you fight with dragons.
No,
They're balls.
yeah, you fight with balls. Yeah, that's what you do. No, the popular Dragon Ball series, anime, manga. The Budokai series were the really good ones I remember in the past. Playing a lot of those. But then the newer one, Dragon Ball Fighters, the style of it is just super nice. And it really, they did a good job of kind of copying the anime and the manga. And it's got a nice kind of story mode to it, and just good fighting. It's more of kind of a side scroller type fighting thing, where the Budokai went more 3D. But it's really cool. It's a fun game. I recommend.
Does it have Mr. Satan in it?
Mr. Satan is in it.
Yes.
Nice.
What's his other name?
Hercule.
Yeah, I always call him Mr. Satan, but it's Hercule. Yeah. He's my favorite
Well,
Dragon Ball
Hercule
character.
was like the English
American
dub. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because they didn't want to put Satan in there, but
Yeah.
anymore they're like whatever, because it's on later at night. They just do Mr. Satan.
I like Hercule or Mr. Satan. He was my favorite. Because I don't know much about Dragon Ball Z, but that character always made me laugh. I like him.
He's a wrestler.
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
Of course.
I always like Krillin. But yeah.
Krillin is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Next on my list is Super Mario World
Oh.
for the Super
Mhm.
Nintendo.
Very good.
I'd kind of forgotten about this game, and we got a Switch for Christmas, right? And we've got the online, so you can download the free Nintendo games, and that was the only Super Nintendo game that not the only one I recognized, but the one that I could play well. So we've been playing it, and I was like, man, I really do like this game. I forgot how much I liked it, but that one I could see playing for a long time on a deserted island. So, yeah, I like that one.
Very good. It's a good one.
Especially the flying.
Got a favorite character in that game?
Favorite character? Mario? Kind of my favorite.
He's a good one.
You know, like Iggy or Ludwig?
You
The
talk-
Koopa
the-
Links.
The
Pop.
Koopas. No.
Iggy
I mean,
Pop or Ludwig von Beethoven.
no. Least favorite. I asked my son what his favorite games were, and he of course has a very limited span of time of video games, but one of them was Odyssey, because we were working on that game, and we've gotten past most of the game, and it is a fun game. It's really good, but the bosses on those are challenging and interesting. I like that game. So, but Super Mario World is my choice for this game.
Very good.
So is
very
that your
good.
favorite Mario game?
I think so. I didn't play many outside of All Stars, so all of the 1, 2, 3, and then Super Mario World. I didn't do much on the GameCube or Nintendo 64. I didn't have a 64, so I'm kind of limited in my span of time. But I think that's probably my favorite one. I do remember putting a lot of time into 3, and that was on a list that I looked at, and I was like, is that one better? I don't know. It did have some interesting characters that you could be. Like, you could be the stone Mario or whatever it was. If you get was it the leaf, or
The leaf
is
was
it
the
the one that makes
raccoon.
it fly? So confused.
Yeah, the leaf turns him into
Yeah.
a raccoon.
Yeah.
The Tanuki suit.
Yeah. So then they had the
That's
frog
why Jared's
suit.
on this episode.
Yeah.
Because we would
So,
just
I
call it, the raccoon guy.
So I mean, it could be either one of those, honestly. But I'm gonna go with Super Mario World, my first choice.
Nice.
I like it. Have you guys, just side note, I know Jared may have, I don't know if Chris, I don't know if Kate, the one with the newest one, Mario game with the hat and has eyeballs.
Oh.
and-
Mario Odyssey. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
I didn't hear you say Mario. I didn't know what it's called. That's where you said Odyssey.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Super Mario Odyssey. Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
Fun.
It's fun.
That's fun.
It's really good. Yeah.
Very good.
I'll probably never get to play it.
You can play it with 2 players, but I hate doing that. Just like one
It's
person can be
weird.
the hat and the other person's Mario.
Huh.
Yeah,
And
it's so
Charlie
odd.
always wants to play with it, and play it that way, I should say. And I don't like it. Just because it's like, I want to be control.
Yeah.
To be
I
in
can't wait to
control.
be the hat.
He doesn't mind being the hat, but it's like, I'd rather just, okay, I want to throw it here.
Yeah.
Throw it over there.
All right. Ready for me?
Yes.
This game debuted October 18th, 2011. A little hint there for you. Oh, anybody? That was It won a ton of awards. I think I played it first on the PlayStation 3.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh, no.
Oh.
The developers were Rocksteady Studios and WB Games. That should tell you something right there.
Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Arkham
Mhm.
City.
there you
Batman Arkham City.
There we go.
Good one.
Oh, it's so good. Like, the Asylum was great, but I think City took it to another level because you could just explore the whole city. I'm pretty sure that I've 100% out that game. Like, I've got everything and done all the puzzles and everything. I didn't necessarily I think it was the next one in the series as much, where the Batmobile came into play, because driving the Batmobile is ridiculously hard in that game. But City was just great. It had all the villains, all the Batman villains, and their own little like hideouts that you'd have to go to, and parts of the city, and such a fun game. You had the detective elements where you got to be Batman the detective. You'd have to go to crime scenes and all this stuff, and then you got to fight as Batman and swing through the city, and basically you become Batman. There's a reason that it won so many awards. It's just a solid game, and it's a 1-player game, so there's that. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if that one had a little multiplayer fighting thing on it. I don't remember.
I don't think it did.
I don't think it did. I think one of them might have had one, but so it is a 1-player game. So another one that we have to take turns, but solid game.
Oh, we'll just sit and watch you play.
It's like a movie. They get some popcorn out of coconuts somehow.
Coconut popcorn.
Yeah.
That's a big kernel.
But yeah, I think, and then I think I've said it on another episode that we did about the Jokers that Joker is probably one of my favorite Jokers of all time. That version of the Joker was very well done, and that version of Batman, for that matter.
It's the same voices from the animated
Kevin
series.
Conroy.
Yeah, and Mark Hamill.
So, excellent game in my book. Highly recommend it. If you haven't played it, go play it. Play the first one first, Arkham Asylum, then do Arkham City, and then if you have time, do the third one. If that one's just frustrating because the Batmobile mechanics are horrible to drive around the city, but it's still fun. Anyway, so that's my third game, Batman Arkham City. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, we're not picking any of his.
Oh
Okay, next.
man, these are solid games.
They are solid games.
They are solid games.
Yeah. All right. The next one you'll probably be like. Anyways, all right, Jared, back to you.
All right. Even though one of them on my list was also Smash Brothers Ultimate, to second what Chris was saying, I will choose something different.
Oh, another Brain Age. Brain Age 2. Here we go.
There is a Brain Age 2.
Yeah, there is. I know.
But it's not on my list. I will change that to go for Resident Evil 4.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Yeah. Oh.
I've played that game so many times. It is a seasonal game for me and a yearly game for me that I just play and beat routinely. I can by no means speed run it, but a lot of customization, a lot of different modes and things you can unlock in the game. So it's just a fantastic game.
Did you play it first on GameCube?
I did. I watched my roommate at the time play it and swear a lot during it. And so I watched it by proxy, and then there was like a player's choice version for $20 on the GameCube that I eventually got. And like, oh my God, why didn't I get this sooner?
I would like to go back and play. I never finished that game. I remember playing it in the middle of the night alone. Freaked me out, and I didn't understand how to save. I didn't understand the typewriter thing. So I would just keep dying and be like having to start over, and I'm like, I finally just said, okay, I'm done. Because that was really before, I'll just hop on the internet and somebody will tell me what to do. You know, that was sort of right before that.
Yeah.
That time. Yeah. So games you'd either have to buy magazines or just figure it out, yourself, or have a friend that you can watch play, or hand them the controller and say, "Here, figure this out for me." So I think I just moved on to another game. But yeah, it was a very creepy game.
Yeah, I think I remember you bringing that over one time, and they're like, "We got to play this, but we're playing it in the dark."
Yeah,
it was creepy.
And that was before the big. I don't want to say zombie outbreak, but where everything is just zombies, Walking Dead, and every other movie. So this was like when zombies were still like.
I think it's 2004, 2005.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, from what I played of it before I got frustrated and quit, it was a very good game.
What you got, Chris?
I'm gonna go old school with this one.
Oh.
Go Mega Man 2.
Oh, fantastic music.
Yeah, it's good, and I went with Mega Man 2 because I like the villains in that one a lot. With like Woodman and Airman and Quickman, Middleman, all the mans.
Middleman.
Middleman. So much paperwork.
Did you ever beat it?
No, I've never beaten it, and that's probably why it'd be really good to have on a deserted island.
It's so hard.
Because I would play it.
So
much.
Games are so hard.
I have the time.
You'd either you'd either have time to beat it, or you'd be the first to murder someone on the island because you're so frustrated with the
whatever
game.
comes first. I mean,
he's willing to gamble.
Yeah. Hey, we got time. I can do whatever. Maybe I'll do both.
Oh well.
Yeah, I always like Mega Man games. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually beat a Mega Man game, but I
Yeah.
like them.
I don't even think I've gotten past. Well, no. That's
Has
not true.
anybody beat a Mega Man game?
Sure.
In this group, no.
Yeah.
No.
If you're listening and you've beat a Mega Man game, we want to recognize you. So let us know. And then on the next episode, special shout out, just a segment dedicated to you who beat the Mega Man game. They had the Mega Man blaster at Walmart today. I put it on and was like shooting in the aisles. It was fun.
Like, sir.
Sir. My kids were with me, so it was fine.
It works.
Yeah, it works. Well, good.
All right.
What you got, Katrin?
It's my turn. All right. So here's my fighting game.
Oh.
This is, in my opinion, the greatest wrestling game there has ever been.
Oh.
And this is going to be different than everybody else's in the fact that it's an arcade game. It's called WrestleFest, WWF WrestleFest, and it was so great because it had all of the icons that you remember if you grew up with wrestling in the 80s and I guess early 90s, I don't know. And the idea was the main game was that you could do this tournament. It was the tag team tournament that you go through. So you pick your two wrestlers, and the end goal is to beat the Road Warriors, which was one of the coolest wrestling tag teams ever because they had those cool shoulder pads with spikes on them and face paint, and again, you could just be any of these iconic wrestlers, and that did their finishing moves. I guess all of them did their finishing moves, and just so much fun. I put so many quarters in that game at the arcade, and I have an emulator of it, but I can't ever get it to work right. So, or an emulated version of it.
I wonder if there's still one somewhere in the wild out there.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Yeah, I've looked it up before, and people, of course, own them, but it's so great.
It'll be fun to have in your house, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure our Wish.com system will play it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I have this Raspberry Pi device we talked about in the very first episode of I Am Geek, but
go back and
throwback.
Listen to that. No.
So a Raspberry Pi, it's a computer basically, right? And you can install what's called RetroPie, and you can play all of these different systems emulators on this small device up to PS1 in theory. And you can MAME is the emulator for most arcade games, and you can play MAME games on there, but that one just doesn't work right for some reason. Yeah. So you have to find the ROMs online. Of course, legally you need to own those games before you whatever. But
that would be an interesting topic though. Like, what would be the one like stand-up arcade game that you would have in your house?
That would be it for me.
That'd be a cool one.
Yeah, man. There was another game that was a lot like it, Superstars of Wrestling, and it was good too. I think there was a Royal Rumble game as well.
Back when wrestling games were fun, I don't really like the wrestling games today. They're so frustrating.
So there was one that I was going to tell you about, Ryan. It's called Fire Pro Wrestling. Have you seen this game?
I've heard about this.
So it's on sale right now, like for a really good price, like $15. That's the magic number, right? But it looks like the retro style wrestling games, but they say it's really about timing, and it's kind of difficult, but you can customize everything about the game. Like you can make your own cards, as the wrestling events, and make your own wrestlers. You can and it has Omega. What was the guy that has real wrestlers? Yeah, it's Kenny Omega in it. It's like it's Japan wrestling, and so it has all these famous Japan wrestlers. But you can make any character you want by customizing. It looks really cool, but they say it's not for everybody. But and it's not a button masher, which that's what I like is a button masher. Mm-hmm. It's still about timing, but it's not as complicated as the current games. And it's a current game. It just is different. So, anyways.
All right, is it my turn?
Sure.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Can you read it?
Yeah, I can. All right, I'm going back to my side scroller. Well, this is a whole series, and I had a hard time picking one from the series. So I just chose one that I think I remember playing a lot of. I couldn't remember which one I played the most of, if that makes sense. Metroid. And I went with, it was so hard to pick because I couldn't remember. I went with one, and you guys are probably going to be like, why'd you pick that one? But I think I can remember playing this one the most. Metroid Fusion?
Ooh, wouldn't have picked that one.
Okay, good.
On the Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance. I couldn't remember which one on the Game Boy Advance that I played the most, that I loved.
That seems right.
Yeah, there was Zero Mission and Fusion.
I think I remember you playing Fusion.
Yeah, but I love Metroid games. Just the whole, I love side scrollers. And it was just so fun, just in space. Another one-player game, I know. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
But
Fine.
yeah,
Watch you play.
I need to get it back out. I miss the Game Boys and stuff, all those different ones. I miss playing on those. I need to get them back out and see if they actually still work and play. But I miss playing the Castlevanias and the Metroids. Those are my two games that I'd always go to. I think I had like all of them. I did like the Metroids from the GameCube, but the side scrollers are the best for me. Cool. As far as Metroid games, because you could and with the Metroid games you get power ups, you discover secret temples that have different weapons in it, and I think in the Fusion one there's actually another Samus that's running, another Metroid, or not Metroid, but another Samus like character that's running around. It's like an android or something.
Dark Samus.
Yeah. So it's fun. I love the Metroid games. So I picked Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance.
Very nice.
I'll take it with me on the island, I guess.
Yeah, anywhere you want to.
Anywhere I want to.
But we said it's one console, right?
Well, that's
So
how
you could
Wish.com consoles work. It just magically transforms into that other console.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we have one more. Before we get...
Yeah.
Okay, so Jared, do you want to go ahead and give us your fifth and final one?
Yes. Yes, I do, Ryan. This is not necessarily my favorite game in the series, but I think it has the most longevity and things to explore. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Heard that.
I have played Wind Waker multiple times. It's one of my favorites. Same goes for Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. But as far as things to do, open world and areas to explore, things to collect, missions, what have you, it is such a long game that you could spend hours, and I have spent hours in that game. And I still have not done everything.
Oh.
So yeah, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
Oh. I remember playing the one that I really liked. There was a train.
Spirit Tracks with the DS.
Yeah, I played that one a lot. It was fun. I think it was a train. Wasn't there a train?
Yeah, Spirit
and a
Tracks.
Boat. No, I'm just trying to think what all was in it.
Spirit Train.
I don't know. Had a boat. There was one for the Wii. I never did finish because when I had it, like I would stop and have to do something else, and then when I finally came back to the game, I would forget what I was doing. Like I don't know.
Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Choo Choo Soul. This is a Disney
with
Junior thing.
What's her name?
I can't think.
Jenadine? Something like that. Something weird like that.
Spirit train. There's a bullet train.
Yeah,
song.
bullet train. Take me where I wanna go. Sorry.
We can leave you two alone.
We have small children. Anyways. That's horrible. All right, so cool. So I mean, Jared's got a solid list there.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Brain Age. I'm just kidding.
There was complete method to my madness. I didn't say I would play it in an emergency.
Let's see what fighting game Chris picks next.
You're funny. Well, actually, like the last one I had, I'm going to change it up because I had Mario Kart 8 on there, but Jared had picked that one.
Great minds.
Yes, yes. So in honor of Jared, my last one is going to be Worms.
Oh,
Oh.
oh my God! I feel like such a jerk for not even including that. That would have been perfect.
Jared introduced me to the game Worms, and it's so fun.
It's a fun game.
It's two teams of worms trying to kill each other with just
Doesn't
so
it
much
stand for
ammo.
something?
I think it might be an acronym for something. But I mean, there's so many of them. I couldn't really pick one. I think so I just went with the first one, just Worms. But I mean, Worms 2 is good. Worms or Armageddon, they're all fun. But yeah, it's so funny. It's just so funny
It is.
to play. Just dropping nukes on other worms and
the concrete donkey. The old grandma that just walks forward and farts and poisons you and then explodes. The flying sheep.
Oh, the flying sheep. Oh, I love the flying sheep.
I can't believe I left that off my list, but thank you for suggesting it.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to remember what I would always play it on.
I
bet it was a handheld system, probably.
I don't know. I've played on multiple things, PC and
it's so fun.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, that would be my last one.
Very good, Katrin.
All right, since we're not reusing, my last one was going to be Tetris, but I'll change it. And I'll change it to this one because I kind of have a funny story to go with it. It's RC Pro-Am. I don't know if y'all remember RC Pro-Am, right?
Yeah.
Did y'all play that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a Christmas where I wanted elevator action. I just thought that was going to be the coolest game ever. And
you told the story before.
Oh, I did. I think I did.
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to remember
because it was when I was learning about Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
So I had asked for it, and I didn't get it. So there was RC Pro-Am sitting there. I was like, oh, what is that game? And my parents had gone. They said they went to the video game store or KB Toys, whatever, and said, that's what my son wants is elevator action. And they said, oh, it's not a good game. You need to get this game instead. And they got RC Pro-Am, which, looking back, it is a better game. It's a way better game.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny because it was sitting out like a Santa gift would be. So it was. Then they told me the story about it, and I was like, huh? Because I thought it came from Santa Claus or whatever. I guess. But it was like the transition time of when I wasn't sure and all
Santa's
that.
real. What are you talking about?
Spoiler alert.
Santa is real.
I'm sorry.
Lives in my heart.
Man, I just ruined somebody's.
Yeah,
we can edit that out, right?
No, I'm not going to. It's all on you.
It's all. Well, anyways, we've said it before, anyways. But I'm going to go with RC Pro-Am. I had some other ones I was going to do, but I thought that was a good story.
That's back when when you would go to Toys R Us and they had the wall of slips, and you'd have to take the slip up to the cage to get the game. Oh, those were the days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cage of games.
I was also going to say Spy Hunter. That was my other car racing game. I love that game, but I never finished it. And that would have been a good one, but I think I'd go with RC Pro-Am. So, and we lost Jared.
Oh, he's coming
back. I know. He must be getting RC Pro-Am or elevator action.
He is.
Oh, Spy Hunter.
Yes. Wouldn't it be fun if he pulled out elevator?
He may have it too. Who knows?
I do not have that one.
He's got quite the wall over there. So.
No, I do not have elevator.
No. One day.
Yeah.
Forget bringing
the only thing missing in my collection.
Forget bringing the 5 games. We just take Jared's whole wall.
I know. Can we just be like stranded in your room there? We just come live with you.
It's a good room.
It's a good room.
All right. So I guess my last one.
Yeah, it's got to be good.
I don't feel it's going to be good. I don't feel like it's going to be good because there were so many games I could have picked. But I love Star Wars. So if I'm going to be stranded, I have to have some kind of Star Wars thing with me. And I haven't finished Jedi Fallen Order yet, so I can't pick that one because I haven't finished it. So I don't know. It's really fun so far. And I wanted something that everybody could play.
Yes.
And something that keeps coming out with new stuff because we'll be getting it through the Wish.com site. So I picked, and it has a campaign or one player part. So I picked Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I almost did too. So
nice.
Yeah. I love that game.
Oh, I love it too. And I love Star Wars. I love, like, even though we're not super great at it, it's fun to run around and pretend to be a
graphics are ridiculous in that game. And it just looks like you're watching a movie, you know.
Yeah. And the one player campaign is so much fun.
Yeah.
It's what, for me personally, it's what the new movies should have been. Like, after playing that game, you're like, well, that was a better story than what we got in the theater. Because it was a really good story, because it was about a someone that was at the Battle of Endor and realizes that basically her side was in the wrong.
Yeah.
She was with the Empire. So she's basically tries to correct those wrongs. Such a good story, but the multiplayer game is fantastic, and they're coming out with new stuff like now as we speak.
Yep,
you can be an Ewok now.
Mm-hmm.
You can be some other random agent, security guard. I forget the name of that security guard. I guess some new levels, maybe some new
old levels,
maps, or for multiplayer maps or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was my fifth and final one. Star Wars Battlefront 2. All the Battlefronts are fun.
Yeah.
But that one just, since it's still coming out and we'll have the limited internet, we might as well pick that one,
That was kind of my thought behind the question, or the question about will we have internet? Because I thought about picking that one.
Yeah. So I picked it for you.
Because you could play with all kinds of people, maybe. I don't know.
So there we go. So now what we have to do is pick one game from each of our lists to form the final 5. So 4 of our games are going away. Tide comes in. Jared left the games out like he usually does. Forgets to put them away.
Jared. That's
me.
Scamp.
They wash out into the ocean.
Scamp.
Forever gone.
Oh.
But 5 remain. So let's start. Should we pick one from Jennifer's first?
Yes.
Sure.
Tetris.
Yeah.
I gotta have Tetris.
Because I don't remember anything else she had.
Burger Time, Tetris, Dr. Mario, Mario Brothers 3. Katrin's vote is for Tetris.
If we can only have one puzzle game,
oh, that's a good point.
Let's go for Tetris.
Okay. Tetris it is. All right, so we know we're getting Brain Age from Jared.
We've already got a puzzle game, rather.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Knocked it out.
So we got So for Jared's, we got Dragon Quest, something
9,
yeah, Brain Age, Mario Kart 8, Resident Evil 4, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I would pick Mario Kart. I don't know about you guys. From that list, me personally, but you don't have to. That's just my vote. Because it's just a game we can all play together.
So again, Chris has got a bunch of fighting games. So
I do have a bunch of fighting games.
So
choose from.
I would say for multiplayer. Man, I'm torn between Mario Kart 8 and then Breath of the Wild just for solo playing.
Everybody gets their vote. Majority rules, though. But everybody gets their vote.
My initial thought would be like Mario Kart 8 because I originally had that on my list as well.
Then Mario Kart 8 it is.
It doesn't have to be. That's just 2 votes. We got 2 more. And I can call Jennifer and ask her for her vote. Wake her up. We really
would
need to
probably
know
pick
which game would you pick.
I'd say that's a good one for a racing game.
There you go.
The Mario Kart.
Mhm.
Okay, Mr. Chris. We've got
Yes.
Smash Brothers Ultimate, Mortal Kombat XL, Dragon Ball Fighters, Mega Man 2, or Worms. Now, for me personally, it would come down between Smash Brothers and Worms.
I would be happy with really either of those myself.
Yeah.
Patron, have you ever played Worms?
No.
Oh, you got to play Worms. I'm sure you could get it for free somewhere. It's just ridiculously fun. Like this, a ridiculous game, but so much fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So one of those games, either one's, I'm fine with.
Yeah, that's hard to pick. I mean, Cater's never played Worms, so I'm guessing he would prefer Smash Brothers.
Which Smash Brothers is a solid game.
It's a solid game.
It's a solid game.
And there's lots of characters to choose from multiple.
It's got
genres.
your Castlevania, it's got your Mega Man, it's got your Mario Brothers,
Well,
it's got
but
your
everything.
Sonic.
I guess it's Smash Brothers.
Yeah, we can go with Smash.
Yeah.
There we go.
We can always get rid of Tetris and throw Worms in.
Hey, come on now. Well, we have to have well, no, we don't have to have it.
Okay, from Cater's list we have NCAA Football 14, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Super Mario World, WWF WrestleFest, and RC Pro-Am. It might be a little harder to choose from. Well, because they're all so different. Like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is what
Going
a
with.
listener likes.
We don't have a Mario game yet, and then we've already taken.
That WrestleFest game sounds so much fun. Like so much fun.
Well, but if we're thinking about everybody involved
We can
here,
just think about us, just you and me.
because if it were
Two
just me,
votes.
honestly, I would probably pick the football game just because.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too.
Out of my list because I could play it forever.
Yeah.
WrestleFest would have a limited time.
Yeah.
But when I made my list, I thought of having all of those. So I had my variety, right? But if I had to pick one of them, and I'm thinking about the group, I would say Super Mario World out of this list of what you all would enjoy. I mean, y'all would enjoy Wildlands too.
I would enjoy the football game too. I mean, that would probably be my vote, but
yeah,
this might be a
game a
split.
shot.
This might be a split vote right here. First split vote they'll have to call to get tiebreaker.
Phone a friend.
I personally would probably pick Super Mario World.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you need a sports game,
we don't have to have a sports game.
We have racing games and fighting games.
I mean, because we've got a racing game.
We have Tetris, Mario Kart, and Smash Brothers so far.
Oh, we do have a Mario game. I forgot.
So yeah, I mean, we've already got like 2 Mario games, really.
Yeah. So maybe we should.
That's true.
Pick maybe the football game.
Maybe we do need some variety.
Yeah, we need to teach Chris some football.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try it. We may throw it in
This
the
is all
ocean later.
hypothetical, so it really doesn't.
Yeah.
We're making way too hard on
somebody's coming to your house tomorrow and they're taking all the games except for these 5, and that's all you're left with.
I would be fine with that.
I may jump in the ocean later, try and find another game. But we'll try the sports game.
He's gonna be like, like day 68. He's gonna be like, man, I wish I had that WrestleFest game. in the original cabinet, because you could make it into a boat.
Oh, that particle board though, I don't know. It'd probably fall apart.
That's true. Could we all fit on that, or is it like the Titanic? All right, so I've got Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, solid game. Uncharted 2: Among Thieves, solid game. Batman: Arkham City won a lot of awards, solid game. Metroid Fusion, it's a fun game that I remember. I like it.
Is it solid?
It's solid from what I remember. Star Wars Battlefront 2, another solid game that keeps updating.
I'd go with Worms.
I
Yeah.
have that on my list.
Yeah.
Chris, you play Battlefront with us all the time.
Oh, it's fun. I like it. Yeah, out of those, I would probably pick Battlefront 2.
Out of those, what do you mean? Are you saying my list is garbage?
No.
Aw, it's fun games.
No. But I mean, we do have Castlevania characters in Smash Brothers.
I would be happy with any of these games. So,
I mean, I myself would. Yeah, I'd probably. My vote is for Battlefront 2.
Okay.
It's a fun multiplayer.
and
I
one
haven't
player.
played the campaign.
You need to.
I need to play it. But I love jumping around nuts with Yoda.
Like just jumping around in like a field of nuts.
Yeah, a field of nuts, cashews, pecans, dates.
He is waist height.
Yeah.
Those are battle droids. The battle droids look kind of like cashews, but they're not. So
The Battlefront 2.
Sure.
yeah,
There's like one.
endless fun.
Have you played Battlefront 2, Jared?
I have not.
Oh,
I have some games that I'm working through.
Some issues. You got.
That's what I have some issues. I'm working.
all right. So our top 5 games to take on the desert or deserted or an island that has the magical Wish.com video game system that everybody's wanting this holiday season. Whatever holiday season it is.
Easter,
yeah. Number 1, Tetris. Number 2, Mario Kart 8. Number 3, Smash Brothers or Smash Bros. Ultimate. Number 4, NCAA Football 14. Number 5, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think that's a solid list.
It's a good variety.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get bored that fast.
And we have a shooter, we have a sports, we have a racing, we have a puzzle.
Yeah.
And fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all the genres. The genres.
Yeah. We just don't have some weird game where you carry a baby around the whole time.
No one picked the Goose game.
That's
Angry
a good
Goose.
The what game?
Yeah,
Untitled Goose Game. Ryan,
Yeah.
I highly recommend that game is my wife.
That game is my wife. I want that on a t-shirt.
If my wife starred in a video game, she would be that Untitled Goose.
That's the name of the game? Untitled Goose Game?
All you do, you're a goose that runs around and like annoys people and takes things.
Oh, we talked about that before. I think.
Isn't there like a goat game that's sort of like that? Where you
There's Goat Simulator.
Yeah, Goat Simulator.
Yeah, which is fun. For
That's
like
my wife.
Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator. That's my wife.
Yikes.
Oh.
There's also a bee simulator. Plenty of simulators out there. I wonder what else there is out there.
There's the Untitled Goose Game. Look at there.
Yeah, I recommend you watching videos because it's hilarious.
What's it on, the game?
I think it's on Steam and Switch and probably others now.
So it's like an indie game, probably.
It is, yeah.
So, yeah. Before
I almost picked. I almost picked Beat Saber. I played that a little bit recently. It would have been a fun VR game.
Yeah.
You never looked more animated.
Oh, I know.
That's so funny.
That looks so ridiculous.
I forget what I said. That you look like a malfunctioning animatronic at Disney World.
That's just me in general. That's how I always look. I'm just a broken down President Lincoln.
No.
Animatronic John Wilkes Booth got to me, and I'm just broken down.
Is that too soon?
Too soon. Is there any before we wrap up? Is there any games that when you were going through games in your head that a game that that just popped into your head that you remember playing? You're like, oh, that game was so much fun. It didn't make your list, but it just sort of popped into your head that you haven't thought about in years. There was one for me.
There were several for me. I mean, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, Saints Row the Third was hilarious. I mean, you go around hitting people with purple bats shaped like male anatomy. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's nice. Oh. Eggplants. Okay.
I remember that in Animal Crossing. Oh wait, that wasn't Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was a bunch of Ninja Turtle games.
Mm-hmm. Remember that one game we had for Nintendo that was so hard?
Yes, the first one.
Yeah.
The very first one.
Yeah.
The Ninja Turtle. That
was ridiculous.
Oh, gosh.
That one was insane hard. Freaky Flyers.
I was looking right at it.
I thought about Double Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
And Contra.
Oh, yeah. Contra about my Konami.
Yeah, it did, but I was
like,
I don't know if I liked it that much.
Yeah. I don't even know if you guys have heard the game that I thought of that I was like, oh, that was such a fun game. I'd like to find it. It's here somewhere. Maximo?
Oh, for PlayStation 2?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember Maximo at all. You were like this, like
it was a spin-off of Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah. You're like this like night guy. It was just like a fun little game. And it was sort of like a medieval, like going through. But it wasn't like a side scroll. It was like a.
It's 3D.
3D.
First person.
Yeah. No.
3D.
Third person, maybe.
And Spider-Man 2 was a good game.
Oh, yeah.
It was more open world, swinging around New York.
Yeah, Spider-Man. That new Spider-Man game. I need to play it some more. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got to play it much.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater was a good game, though. We played it a lot in college, so it would have come out late 90s or early 2000s. We put a ton on the PlayStation 1, or 2. I don't know. There's been many of them, but man, whichever one that was,
that
was great.
That snowboard game where it's tricky.
SSX tricky.
SSX tricky. Yeah, that was fun.
Tricky.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Quake 3. I remember playing that a lot.
Quake Revolution.
Yeah.
Played a lot of Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah. And I thought about Tecmo Bowl, but I was like, I tried playing it recently on the Switch, and I was like, it doesn't
hold up.
And what's that one game that we play? It was almost kind of Dungeons and Dragon-esque.
Ultima?
Gauntlet?
Or Gauntlet.
Yeah. Gauntlet.
Yes. I thought about that one too. That was a fun one. It was a fun. Mm-hmm. It was a fun 4-player. Let's go on a quest all night long until we beat the game.
Yes.
and we did.
Yes.
We did.
One game that was on a list I saw was Battletoads. Did y'all ever play the Battletoads?
Oh,
game?
So hard.
So hard.
Yeah.
We always killed each other.
Yeah.
There
you
go.
Nice.
That's the thing about games back in the day when we were kids. They were just so impossible to beat that you just get so frustrated.
Almost every game was a puzzle, really, in those side scroller games, because you had to do it a certain way. Like there's a pattern, and you had to wait for something to come to move, and then you jump. And like the Goonies game was ridiculous. Like I hated that game, but it was kind of fun because it was the Goonies, right? But it played the music in the background. That was
Same with the Disney games, DuckTales, Aladdin,
Chip and Dale.
Chip and
Dale, Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
We're good. Jared's like, yep, got that one.
Just throwing into them all. You got Hogan's Alley over there?
Let me see. Hold on.
I used to love playing Hogan's Alley.
Probably does.
River
I
City
like watching Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah.
That was a fun show.
Did you all play River City Ransom? It's kind of along the similar lines to Double Dragon, where you're side scroller and you're fighting people. There you go. There's some.
Hogan's Alley.
Hogan's Alley. That's right.
Okay, the shooting one.
Yeah, I love Hogan's Alley. That's so much fun.
But
yeah, I don't think I played that one.
River City Ransom. It was a side scroller type game, but you could like pick up food and to get more energy, and they've re-released it on some of those virtual consoles. But it was a fun one.
That's a brawler. It's a good one.
Brawler, yeah. Oh, POW. Oh man. Speaking of brawler type, do y'all remember POW? Mm-mm. It had this cheat at the beginning of it, I think, that to hit harder or something. No, that's Bad Dudes. I don't know. POW though had a cheat to it. But you were a POW and you're trying to, fight all these people.
We had a game called Black Manta. There was like a ninja game for the Nintendo, and I would always get to the end, and it would always freeze. I could never finish the game because it would freeze at the end.
Soul Calibur.
Now we're just naming all the games we've ever played.
We did that with the wrestling one time. We're like, oh, Jake the Snake Roberts. Do y'all remember the first game you ever rented at a video game store? Because I remember mine.
Oh, I don't know.
And I've said this before, but I think that
it may have been like Mario Brothers or something.
We were in walking distance to a video store where I used to live, and we were walking up to go rent a movie during the summer, and we said, wouldn't it be cool if you could rent video games? And we got there, and sure enough, they had video games that day, and they had just started doing it. And it was Spy versus Spy was the first game that we rented.
Oh yeah.
And that was a fun game. It was decent. But yeah, I always remember that.
I don't remember.
We rented so many games.
Do you guys remember Clay Fighters?
Yes.
That was a good one.
Sure, I got it right here.
That was a good one.
Yes, it was.
Killer Instinct.
There it is. Yeah. Clay Fighters.
Yeah, that was a good
Primal Instinct.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, got that one too. There you go.
In the box.
Killer Instinct. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's it. Well, there was a Primal Instinct.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, it wasn't as good. Was that the one with dinosaurs or something? That was.
Yeah.
You remember the first game you ever played?
Mario. Oh,
yeah, I think it was Mario.
Now,
I ever played was probably the frog crossing the road. Frogger. Yeah.
We had in television, and we had the original Pong as well. My parents had it before I was born. But the Intellivision, it was like the ColecoVision. So there's baseball, boxing, bowling, all those basic kind of games.
Yeah, we had
and ET. No, it didn't have ET.
We had an Atari, and I remember playing the tank game, Pong.
Yeah.
Way back when. And then when we got the Nintendo, it was like game changer.
Yeah. We had the one with the robot and the gun and all that, and it was that we never could get Rob to work.
Yeah, we had the Power Glove. It didn't do anything. It's a horrible device. Never worked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've been going an hour and 42.
We could go longer going down memory lane.
I know. We could talk about video games all night long.
Yes.
But again, this is our top 5 of all time. The best games ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, our top 5 to take on Desert Island. Tetris, Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers Ultimate, NCAA Football 2014. 14. It was 2014.
It was. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyways, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let us know if you on social media if you agree, disagree, yell at us, tell us we're wrong, whatever. We just want to hear from you.
Just talk.
Just talk to us.
And if you've beaten a Mega Man game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone out there surely has.
I'm going to Google that. I'm going to say, has anyone ever beaten a Mega Man game?
I guarantee you can go on YouTube and watch somebody do it.
There's
like
a minute.
You can watch. you can watch people beat any video game that you have ever thought of, especially Nintendo games, and people go through and beat them, and you can just watch how it's done.
Yep.
Kind of ruins the magic, though.
Oh, well. Back in my day, we didn't have the interwebs to look at all
No,
that.
we didn't. We had Nintendo Power.
Yep.
Or cheat books or Game Genie.
The Game
Genie.
Yep. Had the Game Genie. Use that thing a lot.
To beat the King's Quest game that we had, and we played a lot of the Sierra games, but they had these books that you could buy with them for them, and one of them had the cheats were encoded or whatever with this bar that you couldn't see without putting a red film over it,
Yep.
And then another one had a highlighter that to reveal the cheat or whatever, or not the cheat, the answer to the puzzle,
Yeah.
So
I remember that Game Genie book. That was like coolest thing. Like looking through, do I have this game? Oh, here's all the codes. And sometimes they would work, and then sometimes they would just freeze the game.
Yeah.
Never knew what was going to happen.
You got to blow on a little bit.
Yep. That's what she said.
no.
Sorry.
Just a little bit.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Anyways, Jared, thank you for joining us. You're always
Always
welcome on the show.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Maybe we'll have you back one time and we won't even talk about video games. I don't know. It would sound crazy.
That's all I got, apparently.
Any musical plugs?
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Plug yourself.
Well, I've got a record that came out back in October that Mr. Chris Street helped do the artwork layout for. So it's streaming on your favorite streaming services. And I'm currently working on a new record with Frank Lenz, Josh Dooley, and I'm looking forward to it.
So do they find you by looking up your name, or do they find you by looking up?
It'll be the band name, The Enigmatic Foe.
I was waiting for Ryan to try to say.
That's why I said
He gets it right 100% of the time. No, 20% of the time, 100%
All
of
the
the time.
Eminem Foe. Enigmatic Foe.
LMNOP.
LMNOP.
Enigmatic. You got it.
Enigmatic.
You got it.
Well, it'll be in the description.
ENI.
Can't say it, can't spell it.
Keep going. Yeah. But yeah, on the last record it's just a couple songs, but Ryan Gaddis played banjo on it.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So
For those that are listening and don't know who Ryan Gaddis is, he's a wee little man that lives in the hills of Tennessee. He was in our band in college. He's a wee little man that lives in the hills of Tennessee.
That's true.
It's true.
I
How's he
almost
doing?
said that.
Yeah, he's doing good.
yeah, he's doing great.
Good. Good. Tell me he said hello.
I will.
Don't tell him I called him a wee little man.
Hey, a spade's a spade.
Made him sound like a leprechaun that lives in the hills. I play my banjo with my bass. Anyway, so thanks for coming on, Jared. Go check out his music. Everybody out there. Are you playing out any places?
I'll have to promote this record later.
I'll have to because I'll just have to. But yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
My new record will come out
on Etsy.
I Am Geek Shop on Etsy for all your random Galaxy's Edge things.
Homemade
things that I make. Go check it out, I guess. I don't know. Or don't check it out because it's a lot of work. But you can check out our t-shirts at I'm Geek Show. Or I mean at shop.spreadshirt.com/I'm Geek. Next week I will be at Podfest, which is in Orlando, Florida. So that means I will be going to Disney World.
Yay.
And the day that I get there, they're opening up the Mickey's
Runaway
Railway ride. So hopefully I get to ride it. I've heard really good things about it.
Yep.
No details, just that I'm going to love it is what I was told. So
okay.
So hopefully I'll love it. So hopefully I'll ride that. And then, so we may have a new episode next week, or maybe after I come back, we have to talk offline about that. We'll make it happen. Because I'll leave on I'll leave on Wednesday and then come back on.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Another day. Yeah.
Anyway. But thank you all for listening. This has been episode
137.
It's not a brain fart. It's late. I haven't had sleep in days. I'm Geek episode 137. Thank you again, Jared. And let us know online your favorite video games that you would take on a desert island on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you socialize, I guess. At the corner market. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on I Am Geek.